Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on Montana This Morning. I'm Augusta McDonald.
And I'm Louis Storch. Hopefully having a great start to your Friday. I guess we were just talking about some skiing and stuff. And if you all are a fan of those winter sports this weekend, it's going to be a good one to get out.
And tonight, some of Montanans Olympians will be doing their slopestyle.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so if you can't get outside, you can live vicariously.
There you go. Well, yeah, even do all the tricks and amazing. Oh, amazing, all those athletes. But anyway, guys, as far as your weather goes, light snow today. But then tomorrow, man, we're going to talk about some heavy snow moving in the mountains tomorrow. You can see anywhere from 1 to 3 feet of snow. So a lot is in the forecast. Here's your winter weather advisories for today. Friday through Saturday morning, anywhere in this purple. There's some snowfall amounts for you as well. Now notice extreme northwest Montana. They're in the Kootenai Cabinet area, and then also Missoula, Bitterroot, the Flathead and Mission valleys. Just around 1 to 2 inches possible, but anywhere in the purple areas further south, like the Missoula and Bitterroot Valley, expect most of that snow to accumulate by this evening and very early tomorrow morning. So here's your Friday forecast: 36 in Missoula, 34 Kalispell, 36 Hamilton, 35 in Polson, with light snow again for today. And then this is what we're watching tomorrow. Winter storm watch is in place Saturday into Sunday. Heavy snow northwest Montana and the mountains. Heavy snow possible west central and southwest Montana. So we'll get into these details here in a few minutes.
Alrighty, thank you, Louis. Top stories this morning. We now know the names of the 17 people killed at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School, and we're also learning a little bit about the lives they led. Hannah Doba has more from New York.
The kids in this community loved him. They adored him. He was one of the greatest people I knew.
Assistant football coach Aaron Feist was killed as he threw himself in front of students to protect them. A former student and player at Marjory Stoneman, he leaves behind a wife and daughter. Joaquin Oliver from Venezuela had just become a U.S. citizen. His friends say he was a unique soul. 14-year-old Jamie Gutenberg loved to dance and hoped to become an occupational therapist. Her family doesn't know how it will cope.
She's like, I gotta go, Dad, bye. And I don't always get to say, I love you. I don't remember if I said that to Jamie yesterday morning.
Alyssa Al-Hadef was a talented soccer player. Her mother said all she had to offer the world was love. Peter Wang, a 15-year-old, was last seen holding a door open so others could escape. Carmen Schentrup was a semi-finalist for a National Merit Scholarship. Elena Petty helped victims of Hurricane Irma rebuild. Nicholas Dwart was a swimmer who had committed to swim for the University of Indianapolis. And geography teacher Scott Beagle was killed helping students enter a locked classroom to avoid the gunman.
He was just an amazing person, Mr. Beagle, his name, and he will forever be in my heart and forever be my hero because he basically saved my life.
3 adults and 14 teenagers gunned down, all being remembered this morning by family, friends, and a stunned community. Hannah Doba, CBS News.
Funeral services for those who were killed are still being arranged. The suspected gunman in the Florida school shooting is being held without bond on suicide watch. Nicholas Cruz is described as deeply troubled with mental health issues. Police say he bought the semi-automatic rifle he used in the attack in Coral Springs last February. The names of the 17 victims were released yesterday. 14 were teenagers and 3 were adults. A vigil was held last night as the community came together in grief. Other top headlines: 4 proposed immigration bills in the Senate all failed yesterday. That leaves the fate of Dreamers in jeopardy, the immigrants brought to the U.S. illegally as children. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says the fault lies with Democrats, saying they are not serious about finding a path to citizenship for hundreds of thousands of Dreamers. But many Republicans also voted against President Trump's bill that would have given Dreamers citizenship in exchange for billions to build a border wall. And in one of the most intense flu seasons in recent history, figures released yesterday show the flu vaccine is only 36% effective in preventing severe illness. Only once this decade has the vaccine been so ineffective. And in court news this morning, a Trout Creek couple is being ordered to pay nearly $14,000 in fines after reaching plea agreements in what state officials are calling one of the worst cases of wildlife baiting they've ever seen. Derek Ricks and his wife, Cheryl Kuhn Ricks, were charged with several wildlife crimes in December of 2016, including illegally hunting game animals over bait, feeding of game animals, and failing to meet residency requirements. Illegal kills include a bull elk, mule deer buck, 2 white-tailed bucks, and a black bear from 2012 to 2015. The white-tailed bucks and black bear were killed with the aid of bait, and the harvest of the bear was not reported to FWP. Spokesman Dylan Tavish says officials investigating the case estimate that several hundred pounds of supplemental feed was placed at a single feeder. The couple originally faced a whopping 67 citations, but entered a plea agreement with Sanders and Gallatin counties last August.
It goes against our fair chase ethics. It goes against our hunting tradition, and it's an unfair advantage for a hunter to be using that attractant to try to bring in big game to then kill.
In addition to the fine, the couple must pay $3,000 in restitution and are banned from hunting, fishing, and trapping for 3 years. Republican U.S. Senate candidate Troy Downing, charged multiple times for allegedly buying Montana resident hunting and fishing licenses when he was a non-resident, is going to trial 2 weeks before his contested primary election. Downing's trial is set for 3 days from May 23rd to 25th. Downing, a businessman from Big Sky, is one of 4 Republicans running for the party's nomination to challenge Democratic U.S. Senator John Tester this fall. The primary election is June 5th. The State Department of Fish, Wildlife, and Parks has cited Downing 7 times for buying or applying to buy a resident hunting and fishing license when he was not a Montana resident. Missoula County coverage this morning. If you've ever wondered how much that painting on the wall is worth, or if Grandma's brooch is really valuable, you can find out this weekend when the Missoula Art Museum brings 2 celebrity appraisers to town. Tim Gordon and Grant Zahaiko want to take a look at your stuff. Both have appeared on the popular Antiques Roadshow program and have appraised millions of items. The event is a fundraiser for the museum, but it's also a chance to get some insight into your collectibles or antiques. It could be an old Aber Day poster or a vintage Highlander beer mug. You'll get a good idea of its monetary value.
We are looking for, fine paintings come into these events. I've had paintings that have gotten up into real high prices, but also we love Montana. We love the history and the art and the culture here. So bring it on, Missoula. Let's see what you have.
The celebrity appraisal event is this Saturday only from 10:30 to 2:30 at the Missoula Art Museum in downtown Missoula. It's $20 an object. All proceeds from the event support the free admission and programming the museum brings to Missoula. You do not need an appointment to have your item evaluated. And China State Television staged an international Spring Festival Gala Thursday night to celebrate the Lunar New Year, which falls on February 16th. This year's show highlighted a particularly international blend of performers from countries such as the UK, Kenya, Croatia, Kazakhstan, France, Italy, Latvia, and the United States. At the beginning of the show, acrobats presented eye-catching performances with ladders and special costumes as props, adding novelty to the show. Joining us now in the Storm Tracker Weather Center, meteorologist Louis George has the forecast. Louis.
All right, thank you, Augusta. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your Friday. Let's go ahead and get into the weather because we got a lot to talk about here this morning. First, just a quick look at those temperatures, mostly in the 20s, a few 30s in places like Hamilton. We're seeing some teens out there in Seeley Lake. 22 in Kalispell, 27 Thompson Falls, 27 waking up this morning there in Troy. Now, as far as your radar goes, we do have a little bit of light snow developing. Notice just from when I showed this about a half hour ago that snow is beginning to fill in, and it's going to continue to fill in. Here it is in Idaho. It's going to continue to track here off to the east, another system behind it. So some light snow looks like it's falling around the Missoula and Bitterroot valleys. Expect very light accumulations today. Better chance of seeing the accumulating snow is going to be this afternoon and then pushing into the evening time. This is what it looks like on I-90 near Lookout Pass. Snow is falling, snow on the roadways, plows are out. So again, give yourself a little extra time for today. So like I mentioned, light accumulations for today into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow, that's when that main strong system is going to get here. And there's a lot going on with it. So first, let's talk about where we have our highest confidence, and that's going to be northwestern Montana. Kalispell, Saturday forecast. Notice really good chances of snow throughout the day. We could pick up anywhere from 8 to even 12 inches of snow in Kalispell for tomorrow through Saturday or Sunday morning. And then temperatures, that's going to be the key. Notice the temperatures here that I have in the middle of the screen there. all of that below freezing. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. Heavy snow is possible for areas further south like the Missoula and Bitterroot Valley, but look at what those temperatures are going to do by the afternoon and into the evening time. We get it up above freezing, middle 30s, so we could be seeing a rain-snow mix, which would again really drop those snowfall totals. Then Hamilton, notice same thing with snow during the morning, and then we're going to get those temperatures up into the upper 30s by the afternoon time. So right now, what we're going to go with is around 3 to 5 inches of snow possible for the Missoula and Bitterroot Valleys and other areas across southwest Montana. However, just keep in mind, more snow is possible. It's just all going to depend on when that cold air arrives. So again, this will be an ever-changing forecast. We'll bring you updates as they become available. Quick look at your 7 days. Notice those snow showers through the weekend. Cold to start next week. Kalispell, good chance of snow today, tomorrow, and into Sunday. Just 11 on Monday in Hamilton. Again, snow today, rain-snow mix tomorrow. Snow on Sunday, high of 15 by Monday.
All righty, thank you, Lewis. Montana This Morning continues. We'll be right back.